Mr. Rush's music tutorial clips.
Have you seen the clip of him?
Hello everybody, I'm going to take you on a little journey into GarageBand and we're going to play around with some loops today. So the GarageBand icon, if you don't already know, is in the top right here, or at least it could be anywhere on yours, but in mine it's the right, top right. It's a white guitar on an orange background. Once you're in there, you will have any screen where the last person was that used it. So in order to get out of this screen, there on the left and the top, there's a folded bit of paper. If you press on there, then it will take you back to this, which is the main screen, where you can open up a project that already exists, or you can create a new project. To create a new project, just on the top, there's a plus button. Top right, there's a plus button. If you press that, then it will start a new project. Okay, so let's do that. And we have the first screen that we see, which is where all of the instruments live. You can see all of the different instruments. You've probably had a little look before, some of you, maybe you haven't, but anyhow, they're all here. Now what we need to do is we need to start by just picking one of these instruments. So maybe we'll pick this one. So we're in here, and if you look on the top left, there is, next to the folded bit of paper, there's a box which has a big square and two smaller squares either side of it, and then just to the right of that is another box with what looks like a brick wall. It's like 3 lines of different size rectangles. If you press that, it will take you to a completely different screen, and this is the Arranger window, okay, where you can see your project and start moving things about, changing things, and you can also change the volume of things. Now what we're going to work on today are loops that appear in GarageBand, and your loops may well be different depending on the version of GarageBand that you've got, but if you look on the top right, just underneath the red button, it says it's got the number 110 there, which is relating to maybe that I've got 110 new loops, which is very exciting. But just underneath that 110 is like a 360 loop the loop, like on a roller coaster, and that represents loops in GarageBand. So if you press on there, it brings down a menu. Now I'm going to press on the top where it says Apple Loops, because the last time I used this I was searching for something. This is what it should look like, okay? And if you scroll all the way down, you can see that there are tons and tons of these things called loops, okay? And if you press on any of them, so let's pick one at random, it will play the loop, and it will keep playing the loop until you press it again. And if you look on the right, it says 1 bar, alright? And that just means it's 1 bar's worth of a loop. Let's find one that's longer. This one underneath is Festival Mallets, and it's 4 bars long. That's very nice, I like that one. Now, if you like it and you're just having a little search, you could press the little heart button next to it, so that when you keep adding all of the ones that you like, so maybe I like that one again, let's just pick a few at random, and then you can press up the top there and press the heart, and it will show you just the hearts, the ones that you really like. But let's go back for the minute. I think I do want to go back actually. When you found something that you like, and I really like that one, yes I do. What you can do is you just simply hold your finger on it and then drag it in to your Arranger window, and you'll see that it creates a whole big long green rectangle, a whole track with just that instrument on. And now at the top, can you see there's a white triangle next to a red circle and then another white triangle with a line. That is now your toolbar for playing the music. Now that we've got the music in our piece, you can press the triangle and that's the play button. And it's playing the tune. You'll also notice on the top right, there's a blue triangle that's ticking. That's called the metronome, okay? If you don't want that, just press it. all it is there for is to keep people in time. So we like that. I like that a lot. So that's that. We want to find another loop to fit really nicely with those festival mallets. Now let's go back to here, and at the top, so we press the loops, so we're back to all of these loops, and you can spend some time looking through and finding them. Let's have there's an African talking drum. African King Sonshi. What we probably want to do is find a drum beat to go with the festival mallets, because I think that's what we need. So we try and find a drum beat. I do like that, it's quite nice. But let's just try and find another one. What's that there? Among the Stars, ARP Mallets. Oh, that might be another tune, not a drum beat. Oh yeah, it's nice, but we don't need that at the minute. What we want is a drum beat to go with our festival mallets. By the way, the festival mallets you probably won't have on yours because it's an extra thing that I've downloaded, so you might not find that. But there's a lot of things on whatever iPad you use. Let's have a find of a drum. Let's see, up here it's got basic drum set. I'm not sure, that's a bit too heavy for what I want. And there's lots of drummers here, again, a bit too heavy. Not really. Could go for something a little bit subtle like that. Oh no, I like that. Big room kick. Let's drag that in. Let's see what that sounds like. So once you like something, drag it in again to the piece, and then you can use your control bar at the top to find out what it sounds like. Now I don't really mind it, but it's a bit loud, isn't it? That bass drum is a bit loud. So what you can do is, if you look on the left side, just below where the picture is of a bass drum, then there's a grey small little line that's right in the middle of the left toolbar. And if you just drag your finger along, you get an extra bit of the screen. And this is where you can control the volume of each track. And so this kick is too loud. So I'm going to pull it right down so it's quiet to see what that sounds like. Okay, alright, we'll leave it at that. Let's go back to the loops. And actually, something that's quite useful is if you want to hear what you've already got in your track so far with a new sample, then what you can do is you can press the triangle here, then go into the loops, and whatever you press will play along with it. So, ooh, I don't like that. Wow, that sounds quite good actually. I'm going to drag that in. You might not want everything at the same time, and we might want to turn it down a bit, but I like it. Okay, let's find something else. We still need a bit more drum beat. What about a bongo? Ooh. Oh, I quite like that. I'm gonna press a heart for that because I do like it, but there might be some more things. I'm just gonna stop it for a minute. If you do want to search within your loops, then you can do that at the top. You can press where it says instruments and then change the instrument. You can search Apple loops, but that would probably only help if you know the name of something. Or you could search drum. So let's search drum, see what comes up. Probably a lot. Yeah, quite a lot. So oh, that might go. 4 on the floor drum set. I'm going to see what that sounds like if I drag that in. Let's see. I like it. Now, in a way, that's probably the end of the first bit, because it's now your turn to go and have lots of fun and to try and find as many loops as you can get that fit together. But I would advise you to make sure, really listen well, and make sure that they do sound good together. And if you end up with 4 or 5 and lots of different loops, what you can do is you can mute by pressing, sorry, that's a solo, that's just going to play that track. If you press the other button there, it will mute and it goes a grey colour. That means it will not play. And that's useful because if you've got loads and loads of tracks and you want to hear what it sounds like, if you just play this track and with that track but not the other track, then you can do that by muting. So if I muted that accordion and played it now, you can hear what it sounds like without the accordion. And then you might want to bring the accordion in again. Like that. But I'll come to arranging what you've got in the next video. So go and have fun and experiment with all the loops, making sure they go together as best as possible.
Mr. Rush's music tutorial clips.
Have you seen the clip of him?